Having shared the first 4 matches of the NBA Finals, Golden State and Boston are riled up. Knowing the season will boil down to a best-of-3 series, the feeling-out process is officially done. Even at 2-2 in the NBA Finals, the Boston Celtics and Golden State Warriors will now contest a best-of-3 to decide who wins the championship. Here's all we know about that. First up, Game 5 draws closer. 2 somewhat healthy teams, well and rested from having 2 days off, will compete in Game 5 in San Francisco on Monday night. "It's the finals," is what Celtics star Jason Tatum had to say. He spoke about and said that he was aware this isn't going to be easy, and they're just going to have to take the victory for themselves no matter what. The first 4 games have been pretty much as evenly contested as they could be, but for the final scores. The Warriors outscored the Celtics by a total of 422 to 421, belying the underlying pattern that not even one game has been decided by less than 10 points. Next, we have an invaluable player. Steph Curry has a series-best 25 of the Warriors' 64 three-pointers, which also includes 7 out of 14 tries in an intense 43-point performance that drew Golden State even in a 107-97 victory at Boston in Game 4 on Friday. Klay Thompson gushed, saying that the spirit of Curry is incredible. He mentioned that the things that he does are often taken for granted now and then, but he did go out there and carry his team forward, so he deserves their backing. The Warriors did that recently, the last time the clubs met in San Francisco in Game 2. Curry had 29 points, however, Jordan Poole also contributed with 17 off the bench. Gary Payton II came back from a fractured elbow to do all 3 of his shots, and Golden State's 4 other starters also added up to 43 points, 21 rebounds, 12 assists, and 6 steals in some impressive teamwork that gave them a 107-88 win. And now, the predictions for which team will come out on top. By Game 5 of a series such as this one, nothing stays a secret between the 2 teams. Draymond Green said that he feels that when you reach this point during the season, there aren't too many big changes you can make. Both teams are so familiar with each other that you can't simply reinvent yourself now. All that's left to do is polish your game and give it your all. Between 2 such evenly skilled teams, it's about execution, poise, and getting the little things right. Steph Curry's been the very embodiment of that. The Warriors as a team have done better than this. So here's why the Celtics failed. The Celtics' Grant Williams admitted that in the last game they took bad shots, or maybe just suffered a lapse of judgment and stopped trying open threes. He also confessed that the team could definitely use some more discipline if they were to have a chance at winning. Otto Porter also shared his thoughts, saying it's about being strategic and calculated, taking as much time as needed, and properly executing an offense. He also added that if they didn't rush themselves, they might possibly win. Whichever team shows more skill, strategy, and discipline will definitely win in Game 5 and put themselves just a single win away from an NBA crown. Stephen Curry's 233-game run of made three-pointers ends in NBA Finals. Curry, who was coming off a 43-point performance in Game 4, hadn't gone without a three-pointer in a game for a very long time. The last time it happened is November 8, 2018. For the first time in his run as a professional basketball player, Stephen Curry couldn't get a three-pointer to take hold in an NBA postseason game. Curry was 0 for 9 behind the arc in the Warriors' 104-94 triumph against the Boston Celtics in Game 5 of the NBA Finals on Monday night. This dry season put an end to a string of 233 postseason and regular season games in which Curry had managed to make at least one three-pointer, a run that went on for an impressive 3.5 years. Curry was 7 for 22 overall, wrapping things up with 16 points as the Warriors came closer to a victory in another championship. "I don't think I've ever been happier after a 0 for whatever type of night," Curry revealed, just knowing the context of the game, the other ways you tried to impact the game, and the fact that, you had 4 guys step up in meaningful ways to help us win offensively. Curry hadn't gone without a three-pointer in a match since November 8, 2018, meaning he had a run of 233 games, and he topped his previous record of 196 straight games, which is more than twice as long as any other player in history. Curry also had bagged a 3-in-all 132 in his postseason matches, which is easily another record. He makes it look so effortless. That streak started all the way back in 2013. He had scored 25 threes in the first 4 games. Next, in other news, Klay Thompson joined Stephen Curry and LeBron James as only players with 100 made final threes. Klay Thompson's amazing three-point shooting laid down 2 more marks in the records book during Game 5 of the 2022 NBA Finals. The development of the long ball and the Golden State Warriors' newfound dominance has made the three-point shot a historically significant part of the NBA Finals, and Golden State's 104 104-94 Game 5 win over Boston, Klay Thompson punctuated that evolution with his 100th career three-pointer in the finals. Thompson takes his place next to teammate Steph Curry and four-time NBA champion LeBron James as the only players in NBA history to make a minimum of 100 three-pointers on the championship stage. Thompson's first three-pointer of Game 5 was also the 1,000th postseason three done by him or Curry. The achievement throws the spotlight on the duo, which were given the appropriate nickname of the Splash Brothers, and its long-distance dominance since making its playoff debut in 2013. Thompson's round of three-point achievement came exactly 3 years after he suffered a torn Achilles tendon in the 2019 NBA Finals in a match against Toronto. The Warriors didn't catch the playoffs the following 2 seasons, which Thompson missed because he was recovering from the injury. As ESPN Stats and Information found, the Curry-Thompson team entered Game 5 boasting a combined 999 three-pointers in their playoff histories. That total by itself surpasses over 9 active NBA franchises: the Charlotte Hornets, Minnesota Timberwolves, New Orleans Pelicans, Sacramento Kings, Washington Wizards, Memphis Grizzlies, New York Knicks, and Brooklyn Nets, and the Philadelphia 76ers. Additionally, Curry put in yet another accolade to his long list of finals wins in Game 5 too. He even surpassed John Havlicek for the 10th on the all-time finals assist list. That's not all. Steph Curry also made a 3 in all 132 of his postseason games, easily creating another record for himself. He had also bagged 25 threes in the first 4 games. And lastly, Klay goes for a swim in the Bay to clear his head before Game 5. According to Klay Thompson's standards, he isn't having the best 2022 NBA Finals, and he'd be the first to come out and confess that he isn't playing at the level he expects himself to. After the Warriors were in Boston for almost a week, they came back to the Bay Area on Saturday afternoon, and Thompson did the only thing that came into his head, which was to cool off and clear his mind ahead of Game 5. He went swimming in the Bay. He definitely really needed it. He did spend 31 months in rehab because 2 lower leg injuries. Thompson's calm place was on his boat as he cruised not only around the Bay, but also outside the Golden Gate Bridge. So it's no shocker that Thompson headed straight for the water the second he got home. Through the first 4 games of the finals against the Celtics, Thompson's is the Warriors' second highest scorer, with an average of 17.3 points per game. But his shots are 35.8% from the field and 34.2% from three-point range, meaning he's only made 13 of his 38 tries from deep. His points per game have gone down since the start of the 2022 NBA playoffs. In the first round against Denver, he had an average of 22.6 points. While playing against Memphis and Dallas, his average amounted to 18.5 points and 18.6 points, respectively. In 32 regular season games since coming back on January 9th, Thompson had an average of 20.4 points per game. So clearly, he's frustrated with his recent performance in the finals, even though he's squaring up against one of the highest-rated defenses in the league. Maybe some time in the water will help him relax and get back on track with the upcoming game. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Who are you rooting for in Game 5, Warriors or Celtics? Do you think Curry and Thompson will make an epic comeback to their high-scoring habits? Make sure to click the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. See you next time.